My name is James Williams Jr. and this is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. I'm making this video um, about college classes and college curriculums and my personal opinion. And this only reflects my personal opinion. If you agree, hey, that's cool. If you don't agree, hey, that's cool too. You know, there's a lot of things that we need to discuss about this shit, and this might be a two-part video because you never know how long it'll run. So, let me drop this bomb on you first. As an independent filmmaker, I would like to be an actor. I would like to be a working actor. Do I see that happening in the possible future? Maybe. As long as I keep pushing forward, it should happen eventually. So if there are any agents out there, I'm free and I'm ready to go. Got a passport, and wherever the hell we're gonna go, teach me my cues, get my lines straight, and I'm ready to do the damn thing. Now the only problem is being discovered and hoping that people will take me seriously so that I can get my shit together. Now, let's talk college curriculums. There are a lot of things that we learn in college. College is a guarantee degree, a piece of paper that says I can do the job that I went to college to learn. There's a demon on my shoulder saying, bullshit. Bullshit. That piece of paper guarantees you have a piece of paper. That's what that does. Because when you think about it, how many people you know went to college for something and are doing actually something else because they couldn't get a job at the university in which the school they went to, or any university, or in America, or anywhere, because they got the piece of paper, but they have no work experience. And why do you not have work experience? Because unless you're a doctor or a lawyer, you don't have a residency in certain jobs. Alright? As an actor, here's my point. As an actor, I should be able to change my voice on a dime. Or I should be able to talk very lightly. Or I should be able to accomplish many of tasks physically because the role demands it. Which means I have to be in fair shape. Alright? That's true. Just ask Hugh Jackman about that whole Wolverine thing and he'll tell you that it was a vigorous work schedule and some people just don't want to commit that much of their lives into one character. Alright, I get that. I want to commit into being a working actor. So, if I get a fan base and they're like, well, you got to play this character. How many times am I playing this character? We're making 6 films and you're in at least 3 of them. Cool. I'm going to do that film to the best of my ability and either it's going to rock or it's going to suck. One way or the other, it's going to do one or the other. But if I'm signed on to that movie for 3 times, then you better believe I'm doing the fucking movie. I'm doing the character. I'm not going no fucking where. Just like if I got a job on The Walking Dead or the Fear of the Walking Dead, I love zombies. Now, unless my character is like a one-timer, it's like, okay, you got a one-time rule, you get to die. You don't get to say anything important or anything, you just get to die. Someone's going to snatch you up and throw you off a cliff, and you're going to land on a bunch of fucking zombies, and your ass is dead. Okay, cool. I accomplished my goal. I got on The Walking Dead. Yes. Now, if I get on The Walking Dead and I get a fan following like Glenn had, hey, fucking ain't no way in hell I'm leaving the show. Unless it fits like the storylines, like, okay, well, you've been on the show for 7 years, you got a chick pregnant, and now you have to die. Because some asshole with a barbed wire bat decided that you're no longer worthy of living. Anyway, I don't want to leave a show. If I get my own damn show, oh, believe me, I'm in that motherfucker till it's over. Anyway, moving on. When you go to college, you have to take these courses that pretty much have nothing to do with what you're going to be doing when you're working. Alright? Game designer? Yeah. But you still got to do math and physics and quantum mechanics that you're never going to fucking use because you draw the game, someone else makes the animation, someone else writes the story. Your job is to read the script of the story and then draw the people. Or in any case, they have scans now where you scan the model and the model does all the hard work and says all the lines. Alright? So that's pretty much the gist of that. And then they have another actor go over your lines because they have the script while you're doing all the hard physical work. They have an actor who's pretty famous or whatever, and they drop the delivery, and you either have a female one or a male one, and they make you sound fucking awesome. Alright? But with your college curriculums, they tell you things that you're gonna read Greek history. I'm building a house. What the fuck does Zeus have to do with me building a house? Nothing. I do need math to build a house. I do need geographical physics to know 6 by 6 or 100 by 12. You know, I need to know that. That's something I need. But I shouldn't have to go all the way back through basic math and algebra to figure out calculus to build a fucking house. Now, let's say I'm going to be a doctor. Doctors, you have a residence, so you get your on-the-job training doing your residency. And sometimes shit happens and you may have to do surgery that you aren't qualified to do. So how do you get qualified to do it? By letting us practice with cadabras and things like that will make the fucking difference. And that's the thing. It will make the fucking difference so that you actually have experience. You want to be a lawyer. You're going to law school. Well, somewhere in there, lawyers actually do have to take acting classes. I have never figured out why, but they do. So I can play a lawyer on TV. All I have to do is learn the lawyer jargon. The same thing with playing a doctor on TV. I need to learn the doctor jargon. Stat! Alright? Now, being that my mom was a nurse, I pretty much know some of the shit. And all doctors' handwritings look like chicken scratch. Anyway, moving on. Your college curriculum should be about job experience. It shouldn't be about some of these damn books that you're never going to fucking use the shit in the books when you actually get the job. I don't want an astrophysicist that doesn't know anything about astrophysics fucking with shit in outer space if they don't know what the fuck they're doing. We all know that what goes up generally does come down, but in space there's no gravity. Also, they say that no one can hear you scream. I don't know how much of that is truthful, but in the same breath, you know, my college curriculum as an actor, I had to go back, I had to read history, like Greek history, American history, world history. I had to read shit that has absolutely nothing to do with acting. Now, had they say, you need to read this Greek history of this part, you're going to play Mark Antony. You know, you're going to be the guy who replaced Caesar with Cleopatra and all this other shit. Yeah, I need to do that as research so that I'll know how to play the character that I'm going to play. Then we need to set up a production, maybe a 10-minute film skit, because you know you have 5 different type of acting now. You know, at one time there was 3, but technically there's 5. Because okay, here we go. Let's do this. You have your superstars, mostly famous for one-liners, action movies, you know, that kind of shit. Then you have your dramatic actors, mostly famous through soap operas. We Love You, Susan Lucci. And, you know, always got that something that pulls you to them, you know. And then you have your theater actors who are, I studied at Cambridge, and I am the actor. Now, I will be honest with you, I will never be a theater actor. They are the best of the very fucking best. And to prove that, some of the superstars kind of slide into that theater thing, and they don't always have success. I would love to just be the last 2 in the technically it would be the last 3, but the last 2 in the category, TV and the internet. All right, and most things on TV do wind up in the internet. So if I'm a TV actor and I'm doing well, then I can be on the internet. I'm not hard to please. Now, I named those main 5, and then I left off the least important one. But that does not mean they can not act. It just means that they had to take a different route because Hollywood slammed the door in their face, and there was no way to the back or the side, and that was pretty much it. The last acting is porn, alright? Because most of the time, if you actually watch a porn movie, and it's a movie, not the ones that's just like all about sex and shit. You know, if you watch actual movies like Sales or whatever the fuck that shit was, not Black Sales, that's HBO. That's not actually porn. That's softcore TNA stuff, but it's no actual penetration or any of that shit. And Spartacus and stuff like that. You know, those are acting actors, but they're not porn actors. Now, porn actors, not the softcore porn like on Cinemax and shit. Real porn actors with penetration and stuff. Some of these guys actually can act. They just haven't been given the opportunity to act. So they do most of their acting in porn. And those are the ones that are actually in movies that are movies that have porn in them. Not porn movies where there's just a whole bunch of fuck scenes where there's a dick jamming into a pussy, somebody's moaning, somebody's grunting, somebody's coming, the end. So those I left out for the end because there's not a whole lot of acting experience needed in that. You just need to have staying power with your penis. or your vagina needs to be able to take a lot of fucking punishment. And it would probably help if you both wash and take sex tests and STD tests and all that other shit. Now, don't knock a porn star for their route to success. Because, hey, success is however the fuck you can get it. Would I do porn? Motherfucking right. My dad's dead now. So, I have nothing to lose. I am not married, you know. Now, if I was married, I wouldn't do porn. But, actually, I probably would do porn. You just wouldn't be able to see my face. Alright? And I'm going to tell you, let me explain that. There's Japanese movies that Japan is a little bit confusing to me because sometimes they're actually movies, and in some of these movies there's actual fucking sex in it, which like totally fucked me up. And I've seen them on the internet. I'm like, okay, you know how some movies have sex scenes, but there's no penetration, and some movies have sex scenes and there's literally fucking penetration. One of my favorite Asian actresses has done movies with and without penetration. I can't pronounce her name. It's like Sora Ori or some shit like that. Just Google her. She's got a really fracked up name. The last name is Aoi, and I think the first name is Sori or some shit like that. Just Google it. Anyway, I would love to be in a porn with her, but hey, that's just my brain talking and not this one up here. Because she's an awesomely beautiful woman. You know, it's just that simple. But you know, if I was married, I probably really wouldn't do porn unless I played with a mask on so that no one would know me and so that I also don't lose my fucking life. You know, but also, you know, porn is a very touchy subject for actors, you know. And there have been movies like The Short Bus where there's actually been real live sex in movies. Now, hopefully that isn't a relationship killer to all the actors who were in it. Would I do a movie like that? I said I'd play porn, didn't I? So therefore, yes, I would. And, you know, if I'm not married, it's not a problem. If I have a girlfriend, it may be a problem, but I have to tell her, look, this is my job. If you know anybody who's into acting or entertainment, like rock and roll stuff, the job comes with a lot of good and bad perks. Alright? Let me have been the guy in the short bus with the Asian woman who the story was based around. Oh, God, yeah. I'd have killed to been her boyfriend. Oh, God, yeah. But, you know, one thing about acting you have to understand. Sometimes you are required in some movies to do nudity. So, the best thing I can tell you, you don't want to do nudity or sex scenes, have it in your contract. Look, I got certain issues that I'm going to have to address before I make a film. And if it's going to cost me the role, then I probably wasn't meant for this role. Now, if you're asking me, I only have one thing that I'm not going to do, and that's have a sex scene with another dude. That's not even a remotely visible thing for me at all. At 44, I have decided, yo, I'm not going to be like Will Smith and come back at 45 and be like, yeah, I should have probably kissed Donald Sutherland. Nah, straight up and down. I'm not planning on playing anybody gay. But if I do, it stops at kissing. That's it. And we can get out of the bed together, but we're not going in the bed. There's no sex scene, none of that bullshit. You know, because that's just not, I'm not that good of a fucking actor. Let's call it like it is. I'm not that good of a fucking actor. However, you know, I don't want to play gay. I would if it's the only role I can get. I don't want to play a rapist. Again, I would if it's the only role I can get. But before I do any scenes I get, you know, me and the co-star and the director and the cameraman, you know, we gotta have a fucking talk. Because emotionally, that's disgusting. Alright? Not the gay thing, but like the rape and all that bullshit, you know. That's gonna fuck me up that I have to play a role where I'm doing something to a woman that I would never fucking do. Alright? So there's a difference maker there, you know. But acting, you have to be the jack of all trades. And they need to teach you as such. They need to teach you how to be an actor in theater. They need to teach you how to be an actor on TV, in movies, on the internet, maybe porn. I don't really want to juggle that ball anymore. But, you know, you have to learn the ropes. The only way you can get good at your craft is to actually be given the chance to get your craft. And no piece of paper guarantees you an acting job. It doesn't. It really doesn't. Because experience is your teacher when it comes to acting. You're going to know what kind of actor you want to be when your first movie goes whoop, and Rotten Tomatoes are like, yeah, James Williams got the worst actor award ever. Hey, I got a fucking award. That's an accomplishment for me because I'm never going to get an Oscar. I might get that MTV Lifetime Achievement Award if someone in the movie business actually gives me a shot to actually act instead of me busting my ass with these independent things that aren't really going anywhere, as you can see, since I only have 25 followers. I'm going to make a second part to this video because I've already took 15 and a half minutes of your time up. I'm James Williams Jr. Company number 2. Be seeing you.